Launch now the game that is very famous on Roblox. And this is the name of the game. You can see that it's a perfect game where you have to take care of your farm and basically create a real farm. And today, I want to remake this game, but literally in Brookhaven. And I'm basically going to take the Brookhaven map and I'm going to modify it using Roblox Studio where I can do whatever I want. I'm going to make this farming game, but in Brookhaven. And for that, I called this friend of mine who is going to help me do this. He said, I don't know how to take care of a farm. And I noticed that his farm is completely destroyed and there are no more crops here because he managed to destroy everything. But I don't know how he did that because my farm is perfect. So guys, I'm going to help him fix this farm as long as he helps me make my game. So much so that it seems like he agreed. But for those of you who don't know, if I come here to my farm, right here there's a secret command that I have to use to get a better farm. So much so that he came here and all he has to do is press this Roblox button. And we have 2 secret buttons here, and that's literally what he has to do. So much so that he's looking here. And he said, I thought it was more complicated. And it really is quite simple. So much so that he teleported. But I want to make my Roblox game now. So much so that he's coming here to his house. Because he wants to see if this button really works. And it actually works. And now you can see that his farm is back to normal. But now I want to make my Roblox game. And I have to choose first where I'm going to make this game. Because I have to choose a specific location. So first, my friend is going to have to come here to help me do this. He came inside. And now I'm going in as well. But guys, there's something really weird happening here. There's a player with the same avatar as me, and he's basically spying on me in Roblox. And now he just went back inside, and that was really weird. And he has a completely purple house, which is definitely a house I would have. But it looks like he just left the game. My friend said, that's weird. He really copied you. And that's true. He copied me for no reason. So I'm coming here to the Brookhaven farm because I want to see how I'm going to make my game. And for those of you who don't know, this is the official Brookhaven farm. So I'm going to start making the farm using Roblox Studio. But first, I want my friend to tell me what I should put in my Roblox game. He said, obviously put the crops. Look, that's true. I have to add a lot of crops. So I'm going to delete this house. But there's a giant hole here, and I'm going to have to fix all of this. Perfect. I'm fixing all of this, and now it's perfect. But I'm going to have to modify a lot of things. I'm going to remove all of this, and now the land is completely empty. And I'm also going to move the bushes away. And now we have a simply perfect piece of land back here, which will be perfect for placing all the crops. But first, I have to choose what kind of crop I'm going to place, because it can't just be anything. But I'll probably go with corn. In fact, there's a player right here who is basically taking care of his farm, which is also corn. He said, it's wheat, but I also don't know what his farm is. It could be corn, or maybe wheat. So I'm just going to copy this. First, I have to make this place look really nice. So I'm placing these things here to make it look cool. And I'm going to make a giant path because I want to place several farms. And this is starting to get really interesting. Now I place this house exactly here. And behind this house, there will be a giant farm, or maybe in front of the house. Now I grab this other house, which I'm going to place right here. But my friend is staring at me, and I don't think he's happy. He said, this doesn't look like a Roblox farming game. Look, I know that, but it's because I'm improving the game, and I want it to have several farms, and all of them should have crops. And I really want this to be perfect. And besides the crops, there will also be houses for players to live in. So I placed this house right here, and I'm going to have to remove this grass because it looks really ugly. Perfect, I'm removing this, and this house turned out really interesting. Now I place this other house here, and I'm going to place this fence in this part to simply divide the houses. And guys, this fence turned out really interesting. So I'm going to place more because I want this to look nice. In fact, I want to first make a neighborhood of farms and then I'm going to place a giant farm to make it look like that Roblox game. He said, it still doesn't look similar. Actually, it looks quite similar because if you look at this Roblox game, I basically have this piece of land where I place this farm. So nothing stops me from having a house here in the future on this piece of land. So I'm making my game this way with future updates that game is going to receive. And it looks like he finally understood this. But for some reason, this player came back here again, and he's following me in Brookhaven, and he's taking pictures of me. This is really weird, and I don't know why he's doing this. Now I'm coming here after him, because I have to find out what this player is doing. But he's leaving this place, and unfortunately, he's not going to escape from me, because I want to know why he's following me. So much so that I'm coming here after him, but suddenly he disappeared, and he just vanished from this school, and I don't know where he ended up. So I'm coming back here to pick up my friend, and I don't know why that player is following me. And he finally came in here, and guys, I want to talk to this farmer to see what a farm needs in Roblox. So much so that he's staring at me. But I said, what does a farm need in your opinion? And I want to know everything a farm needs because he has a farm and he should know everything that happens here. But he's just looking at me. And he said, a farm needs security without noobs coming to the farm. But suddenly I got banned for no reason at all, just because I was in his house. And so much so that player is right there in front again. And this is really weird. I don't know why he's following me, but my friend is seeing this. And I don't know if he realized that there's a fake player over there. Now he finally saw it, but he grabbed this hoverboard and now he's going after him. There's really no way this player can escape from here because my friend got there really fast. In fact, he's aiming at this item and suddenly it looks like the player left the game. And this is really weird, and suddenly my friend is right here. But I'm going to take this opportunity to keep making my Roblox game. But my game has a really weird bug. These trees are completely glitched and they're acting really strange. This wasn't supposed to happen at all. But you can see that my game is getting really interesting, and there are several houses here which will have 3 different farms. But in this other part of the map, there will be a giant farm which will be the best farm of all. It's really going to be just like the farm from the game, but much bigger, and I'm fixing the bugs in the game. Now I grab this cornfield and I'm going to place it exactly here, but I want this to be huge. So I'm placing a lot of them, and this is really interesting. So much so that in this other house, I placed this giant farm, which made the house look really nice. In fact, it fit perfectly on the land. In other words, this farm was the exact size to simply fit in this location. But again, I noticed that there's a player back here, and I don't know why he copied my avatar. But he's watching everything I do, and he's also taking pictures. This is really the weirdest thing I've ever seen. Now my friend showed up here, probably to ask for something in my game. He said, put a farm just like in the game. Okay, since he's asking so much, I'm going to put a farm just like in the game, because he wants me to make a farm just like that game, so I'm going to do it. First, I'm going to have to move this farm far away, and I'm going to place it right in this part, and I'm going to remove this block, and it actually turned out better. But we have a scarecrow right here, which also needs to be moved. So I'm going to place it in this part, and there's actually a secret block here, and right in this part, I'm going to make a giant farm. First, I grabbed this road and placed it right here, but it's going to be a little smaller. So I'm in this game, and you can see that it's like this. The farm looks exactly like this. So I grabbed this, but now I'm going to place it in my game, and I'm going to leave this land here. But we have 6 plots of land, and we have 1 plot for each person. So I'm going to place 6 plots as well. I placed the first one here, and I'm going to place the rest here on the side. I'm basically fixing this and placing it on the other side as well. Now we have these farms here, so I'm going to grab some to use as decorations, and I'm going to place this plant exactly here, and I don't even know what this is, but I placed it in my game. And we also have this cactus here, so I'm going to place it right in this part, and actually, I placed everything here, and this way, I'll be able to do everything faster. I'm going to place this bamboo here. This block is going to stay in this part, and I'm going to expand it to cover the entire map. Perfect! This looks really good, and now I'm going to shrink it, and you can see that now we have this piece of land, which is really interesting. In fact, there's something flying here that looks like a secret, but my Roblox game is getting interesting. Now he's looking here. He said, now it's getting cool. You're finally making a good game. And that's true, but I'm almost sure that the player from before is still here. I don't know what he's doing, but I'm going to have to go because I want to know what he wants. So much so that my friend came inside, so I'm coming here in front just to talk to him. But again, he ran away from here, and I want to see how he suddenly disappears because every time I'm not looking, he vanishes. But now, he came down here, and he just disappeared. I don't know how he vanished from here. He just disappeared. But guys, actually, I think I'm seeing him. He's just here in the hotel, spying on me, and he doesn't disappear. I literally have no idea who this player is, but I'd better run out of here to avoid problems. So now, I'm coming to the farm, but the farm is gone. And actually, this player is right here in front. He's literally here watching everything. Unfortunately, I don't know what to do, but I'm coming here after him, and he hid inside here. He really thinks he's hidden, but actually, this time I can see him. So I got right here, but he just disappeared, and it looks like this time my friend is really scared. He said he's a ghost. Or maybe not, because he's right here behind me. He's probably teleporting, because every time I get close, he teleports so that I can't find him in Roblox. But later I'm going to ask him why he's following me. But for now, I'm going to keep making my Roblox game, which is turning out like this. You can see that this game is really interesting because it looks like I put the farming game right inside Brookhaven. Now I'm going to shrink this house and place it exactly here. This is actually looking really interesting. So I want to improve the quality of this. I want these houses to really look nice. So I had a genius idea. I grabbed this exact block, and now I'm going to make a path right here so people can come to this house. And I'm going to have to shrink this, and now it looks really nice. But I'm also going to place this in this house. So I'm going to put this block here and move it to the front, and this is starting to look perfect. But in this Roblox house, it's not necessary to do this because we have a giant farm here. Now I just want to see all the houses to see how they turned out. So I'm coming right up to this house, and now you can see that it's really beautiful. So I'm going inside, and this is actually a really cool house. It has a lot of pictures, which are even from Roblox, and that's really interesting. Now I'm coming to this other house because it looks really cool. We also have this garage, and there's this sign here from the person who built this house. So I'm coming inside. Perfect. I opened the door, and everything is actually really nice. Now I'm coming to the last house, which is supposed to be a completely abandoned house. And this house is really good. But guys, he's staring at me, and he said, you forgot the tractors and other things. And that's true. I literally forgot the tractors and also a lot of other things. In fact, that player is still following me, and you can see that he's right there, and later I'm going to find out what he's doing. So now I'm going to place the tractors because my friend asked for them. But first, I want to see this house, and this house is completely abandoned, and I thought this was a ghost. But now, I'm finally going to place tractors because I want to improve this Roblox game and make it even better. In fact, I grabbed this one here, but I'm almost sure it doesn't work. So I grab 4 tractors to see which one is the best. And they're actually a bit different. This one has a light on top, while this one is from a famous game. But I'm coming here to test these smaller ones, which unfortunately don't work. This one here also doesn't work. Now I'm coming to this other tractor, which apparently doesn't work either. So I'm coming to the last tractor, and apparently this one works. So I'm managing to take this tractor here to the front to simply take care of the crops. But now I'm bringing it here to take care of everything. Even though the original game doesn't have this, my game will. And my game is getting really good. But now I want to improve the decoration because the entrance looks really ugly. And here we have this really beautiful entrance. Perfect. I just grabbed this and I'm going to place it exactly here. But I'm going to have to make it a bit bigger because it's too small. Now it's huge. So I remove this and I'm going to grab this entrance and I'm going to place it right here. And it actually turned out pretty interesting. But it looks like my friend doesn't want this. He said it looks just like the other entrance. And what he said is true. This entrance is just like this other entrance. So I'm in a very old version of Brookhaven. And this is the oldest map of all. And you can see that everything here was really different. But I'm going to copy this to put it in my Roblox game. Perfect. I copied everything. So I removed this. And now I place this other sign. And it looks really nice. And my game is perfect. So now, my friend is going to have to join my game. I said, where's the guy who copied my avatar? Because I haven't seen him anymore. He just disappeared. And my friend doesn't know either. And he just left the game. But now I'm going to join my Roblox game. Finally, I'm in my Roblox game, but I'm coming here to grab this bus. And I'm just going to pick up my friend. And he's going to have to get on this bus. Because this is going to be really important. And he just has to get in here. Perfect. He came right here, but he can't get in here. Finally, he managed to get in. And you can see that this bus is huge. It's really a giant bus. So much so that I'm coming here to the front to show my game to him. He said, you didn't need a bus. Look, I actually did. Now I'm coming here to the front, and there's also another player coming. But I'm arriving here to show how the farms turned out. And you can see that this is really cool. We have this farm here, which is perfect, but this isn't my favorite farm. Literally, my favorite is exactly this one, but I accidentally forgot to remove these tractors. So I grabbed this tractor, and this is my favorite house. So much so that I'm arriving here in front, and there's a player under the tractor. Apparently, he's stuck here. Perfect. He finally managed to get out, but I can't move. But now I managed to get out, and I want to do tractor drifts. My Roblox game really turned out perfect, and there are even some players flying back here. And guys, if you want to add me on Roblox, just click the Become a Member button. I'll add you on Roblox.